slow. It's like basically frozen. I have no idea. Why is it doing it? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Motherfuckers, they keep freezing my shit. But it ain't been doing this all day. My service been acting fine. Listen, my stomach dropped because somebody sent me something and they said, governors, look at this when you feel like it. And I didn't even get nothing but 3 minutes in this 8 minutes and something video when well, you're probably gonna panic, my love. Well, you're probably gonna panic because I was never gonna say this, and I told Maya J that after my world message, as soon as I feel like I can't breathe. I'm all right. It's a lot that I'm about to say. I got to tell y'all what it is that I know because when the video came through and I started to watch it, it's based on the lady who used to work at FEMA. And whoever sent it to me said, this is validation for what you've talked about. And y'all, I have to tell y'all, if you like this video, you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. This video is not about that for me. I feel like everybody needs to know this information. So, you know to like it. If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. And I'm only saying this because I need you to understand the state that we are in and what is coming. It's not fair for me to tell you a little bit at a time. When I know this, I'm going to play 3 minutes of this video, and then I'm going to tell you what it is that I know. Oh, God, my heart is beating fast.
It's 5 a.m. I cannot sleep, especially after hearing what I just heard. You guys have got to hear this. Please watch this full video. To begin, could you give people just a little background of your history with FEMA? Because you worked for FEMA. You know how they work. Tell us a little bit about yourself for our new listeners.
Started as a volunteer, and I worked my way up the ladder.
And then, did you eventually then work in a FEMA office?
They're probably going to block
and take on various roles? Or what all did you end up doing?
My specialty was planning. My shame was starting to put the information and the templates together that would later become the databases that we're all fighting right now.
And was it in this process then that you began to see some nefarious agenda behind FEMA, or what alerted you to things that you didn't expect to see?
Oh, actually, when I went to work for them, I was awake. My dad worked for naval warfare. And when I was 5 years old, he looked me in the eye and he said, this is going to happen on your watch. You need to prepare. And so I've known and I've prepared since I was 5. And actually, when I was at FEMA, I was actually a source of Steve Quayle's, and I was getting him information of what was going on in the inside. So the real agenda, if people go to the World Economic Forum that's held in Davos, they can see this big graphic, and if you click on the COVID-19, there's like a spike. It looks like the spike coronavirus. And on each spike is a different disruption of all of society. So basically the plan was to bring the whole world to a standstill and then inject global governance under the cover of COVID-19. This plan the first time I discovered it in January was 200 layers deep. It is now 250 layers deep.
What you think those plans entail? I mean, is this a depopulation event, or are they just trying to centralize control to keep everybody alive and productive, or are they really trying to ultimately commit genocide?
So it's interesting that you asked that, because I'm taking a series of military classes, let's say, and I just did a special report today. So basically with the COVID, we saw the first round of disruption, and it will end with disabling probably 90% of the population. But the ultimate goal is depopulation.
When you say disability, you've mentioned that term twice so far. I'd like you to speak more about this disability, and it brings up the fact that we know now documented that this Wuhan coronavirus attacks neurology. And I know people personally who have lost their sense of smell permanently. Some people lost their sense of hearing. Some people are suffering brain damage. So is part of the disability an actual kind of neurological lobotomy to where people can't even process anymore? They can't even think to resist? Is that part of it?
Yeah, so it is a biological, chemical neuroweapon. And I just filmed a breaking news story giving the evidence of that with clips from the people that head that up in their own words.
Is that something you're releasing as a video, or how could people see that?
Yes, it will be on my Patreon site. I'm going to make it public on YouTube, and I will also be putting the transcript so that people can have that and share with their friends and their family. I would assume it will be up sometime later today.
Give us a description of what this is going to look like as the food supply creators are everyday Americans. I mean, remember with the thousands of cars lining up for the food banks back in March and April? Are we going to have like massive refugees of millions of Americans streaming into the FEMA camps voluntarily to say, feed me and I'll agree to whatever? Is that what it's going to look like? I mean, you tell me. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth here.
So basically, there were several objectives after Hurricane Katrina. And one of those was a bill that was spawned after Hurricane Katrina to establish public reception centers at your local Walmart or whatever large facility. It could be Costco, whatever. And it was set up in case of a nuclear event, but it could be any disaster. It could be a pathogen. It could be an earthquake. It could be a hurricane. We're already conditioned to do that. Like it will be a brainstem reaction that when this happens, the next wave hits, that people will be starving. The food supply is going down. The UN just put out a report that they wanted to sell food by the 1/1000th of a calorie. And DARPA, which is the Black Ops military sector, wants to sell food by the molecule. So after this next lockdown that we are expecting, I would say within probably 8 weeks, your food supply is going to evaporate, and they want to change your behavior. And they're right now, you've got a little bit of freedom. Get what food supplies you can, get what seeds you can, because what you have when you go into that lockdown is what you're going to be having unless you completely kowtow to the global agenda.
And how is it, my question to you though, Celeste, is how does FEMA run that whole idea of, hey, we're here to help you. If you want food, come on in and consent to this FEMA camp. How does that exchange actually work? How do they run that on the streets?
So you would go to the public reception center, then that's where you would be processed. It's going to be different than the concentration camps of World War II because we basically are in an automated technocracy. They've got synthetic beings, they have robotics. They really don't need a large population base. So one of the reasons that I left the agencies is they have this plan that if you do not believe that the government is God, then you would go to one of these processing centers briefly. If you could be re-educated, they would do that. Although there isn't much need for humans, the globalists really are free to admit that there's no room for humans anymore. It's our duty to expire so that to make the planet, to atone for our sins, basically, of what we've done to the planet. And so you will basically be killed. And there are two different humane methods of killing. And one of those is gassing, and the other method is decapitation. And they've been doing all these experiments, decapitating thousands and thousands of mice, recording their brain waves, all of that, to justify decapitation as a humane method of euthanizing people.
You're talking about guillotine.
Guillotine, yes. And if you think that there's no evidence, so back in between 2000 and 2005, I collected a lot of military documents, such as, because they were really studying the issue of guillotines and how to build a better guillotine, this type of thing. So I have those documents.
Okay. I don't know where to start. This is part of my depression right now. Okay? Let me just tell you. I talked about this in a 2019 World Reading. Those of you who've been around for a long time can validate that. I've been saying that this is coming. When I did the world message, not the world reading, the world message where I talked about the release of the Dracula energy and demon time. When we were done, I clicked off and I'm going to give the phone to Maya. Do you remember what I said? I want you to tell them what I said. Then I will go back into it, okay?
Greetings, everybody. Basically, she said that Yehuda was telling her that within 6 months, by the spring equinox, this world will be no more. Like, this world is gonna be destroyed. That's pretty much it.
I said to Maya J, what he said, I won't tell them because the world as we know it to be, and your freedoms and all of these things. If you do not know that I've told you almost 3 years ago to pack your bags and have them ready because the military will be entering your homes and you need to have seeds and you need to have water and shoes and socks. I even said have some cash handy because the world as you know it is coming to an end. There is no other. This is it. This is it. When the deities, why do you think the deities are showing up like this?
Oh, right, because that's the other conversation we were having. Right.
That they come, they're here. They said we have to fight. They're not going to stop, y'all. This is not a game. It just seemed wild and crazy as fuck. It is us against the system. I might be blocked after this shit. I worry every fucking day that they're gonna come and get me. Every fucking day. This is the one message I did not want to give out. The world as we know it is coming to an end. We have to fight. We have to fight them. They're not going to stop. I want you to understand what I'm saying. I told you this was getting ready to be the Hunger Games. They're getting ready to, I said they have different sectors. They've broken this down. I told you in the world reading. They have different sectors. Some are over the food. I told you in 2019, that was the preliminary. They wanted to see what food left the shelves. They know how to destroy everything. They've been destroying everything. I keep saying it. Nobody is listening. Now I'm in a depression because nobody is listening. Y'all keep saying, we love you. I don't give a fuck. We're about to die. I keep saying this. Nobody is listening to me. I want to just go lock myself in somewhere and never come back outside. They are coming. They are coming. They are now changing the laws and the bills. I keep saying this. They have taken away the laws. They're releasing the hard criminals to kill. Your policing systems no longer exist. It doesn't. There's only the military. It's under one world government. They just haven't told you this yet. We are inside of the new world order. Do you understand me? We are on our own. You're correct. It is us only. I am the one thing they did not fucking expect. You understand me? I am the one thing they did not expect. They just made a movie about me. If I tell you that, you're going to think I'm crazy. It's called The Woman King. Do you understand me? I'm watching this shit in real time, and motherfuckers just think I'm making shit up. Y'all, they are releasing criminals to come and kill. They're coming to kill people in their homes. What are you going to do? You can't call the police. I've already told you that. Those who did not take the jobs left. We don't have any policing systems. That's why they've taken it away. You think it's only in Chicago? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm here to lead you to fucking war, bro. If I step out there, they're going to slaughter me. We the fuck are on our own. That woman said they have no more use for humans. I've told you time and time again, we are the humans. Hue means pigmentation. They want to get rid of us because they can't. Those of what she didn't say was those who do not, they can't take your body. They have no use for you. They can't eat your energy. They have no use for you. The spirit says we must fight. We have to fucking fight. They're getting ready to cause bombings. They're getting ready to destroy things. There's getting ready to be famine. I keep telling you, the Bible, the revelation is not prophecy. It is an agenda. And y'all just going along with it because they keep telling you it's prophecy. It has to happen. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Listen. We must come together. My fear is that if we go and we get one piece of land, we're going to box ourselves in. We can all be on the land, and that's going to be the battleground. Do you understand me? That's the battleground. We're stronger in fucking numbers, though. We cannot just pile up on one piece of land, because do you know they have the motherfucking, I've been telling you, we need pilots. I keep saying it. We need pilots. Why? Because if they are above, who has the drop? Those on the ground or those above? We're never outnumbered. But if our own people don't know that they are our fucking people, bro, because they are fucking Jesus believers. The Jesus believers, the Jesus belief is what is going to kill everybody. That's the plan. Listen, the greatest trick that the devil ever played was to make you think he didn't exist, especially when he got you worshiping him and fearing him at the same fucking time. Jesus is Lucifer, bro. Are you kidding me? We are sitting ducks. I told you in this last world reading, September 1st, we are being attacked under bio and chemical warfare. Bio and chemical warfare. Y'all keep saying, go on and take your step back when you come. Shit, I'm depressed. They about to kill everything. And nobody's listening. I told you it's a chemical warfare. I keep doing these videos over and over and over and over and over again. And all people can say is that bitch is cap. Meanwhile, it's happening. I could just listen. Oh God, I just want to kill everybody because nobody's listening. It's the gaming systems. They've made you think everything is a game in the movie, so you don't believe anything. I've already told you they're controlling you by the bio, the nanoparts, the nanobots, the motherfucking chemical warfare. Yo, it is over. I told you this is our last time doing this shit. It's our last time. There is not a reset. There's no reset. In order for us to survive, we got to fight. We have to fight. It sounds crazy. Let me tell you, it sounds crazy, but it's not. You said, what must we do? Where's your fucking weapons? Why is the federal government coming into your homes, checking your weapons? They want to know what you have. I told you they were going to do it. I didn't know they had already started it. They want to know where all of the weapons are. They want to know. We cannot all be on one piece of fucking land. We cannot. They will have the advantage. We outnumber them. They have gotten us fearful of them. That we're going to go to jail? Listen to me. A slaughtering must happen. I have to be careful what the fuck I say. You asking me questions that I can't tell you on here. It must happen. You're walking straight into the Hunger Games. I've dreamt it. I've seen it. Buildings fall. Cars are flipped over on top of balconies. Nobody is eating. Nobody is bathing. I already told you they're affecting the food systems. You're encamped. I told you they're going to put camp. It's just, you just don't understand what that means. When they get you inside of that fucking gate, that's it for you. That's it for you. You're not coming out of there ever. The people they already have in there never are coming out of there. You know they have people in there already. They're never coming out. We have the advantage. One, they've told you that you're the minority. You are not. You're the majority. Two, we are now risen to the deities. We the fuck have help. Do you think that deities and the ancestors have been showing up just to do magic tricks and show you how to fucking get money? Money is who gives a fuck. They need you to see and understand that when you call on them, they are coming. That's why I asked, who has been calling on them? I don't give a fuck about a troll in there. I don't care. I don't care. They can flood this motherfucker. Our people will fucking rise. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. They trying to divert this. You won't do it. Do y'all hear me? Wake up. You're sleeping. You're sleeping. And they've got the drop on us. 6 months. And we're already down a month. Or a month and a half. I know good and well we said 6 months almost 2 months ago. And now the other day he said it again. He said the equinox. I had no idea what the fucking equinox is. Maya J told me. That's fall, winter, and spring. I didn't know what the fuck that is. I don't give a shit. I know that we better call on the fucking deities. Genomes are running amok. I don't give a fuck if you call them every day, all day long. Honor them. Tell them. We need them. We need the deities. There are so many deities. We could not learn them all. They brought us the most powerful of them. They know who they are because they have our original fucking bodies. This is not a game. Yes, September 22nd, Maya told me. And then spring equinox would be March 20th. We are running out of time. We are running out of time. I've been delivering this message over and over and over and over the fuck again. Told you don't put your children in school. When this shit happens, you can't go get your children. You think it's, oh, well, what's going to happen to my kids? When you sign the fucking papers to put them in school, you sign them over. What did they say last night, Maya? What did they say last night, Maya? They said on, what was it Victoria said? They said, you can't say that your child can't get vaccinated. That's not just your child. That is the government's child.
Oh, right. Yes, she did.
What do they mean by that? Why are your children their fucking children, bro? Why are your children their children? You thought you was Billy Badass and what you say fucking goes? Are you crazy? I told you don't sign them papers and put them in school, bro. I told you that. I told you that. I told you there was going to be some video or something of an authority figure harming a child in school. It just came up the other day. That grown ass man shoved the soul out of this little boy. The little boy is 10. You think they give a fuck about your kids? Why? Because you're going to come up there and do what? And then you're going to ask everybody to stand behind you? See, they got you tricked. Well, I got to work. It's the working, but you're working for the wrong. Working is not important. You can't understand it because you can't understand that the world has changed already. There is no fucking work, bro. We are supposed to be putting all of our resources together. It is war now. But you're supposed to be, listen, I can't even tell you. On this motherfucker, I promise you I can't. It is war. You're going to be at work, and they're going to be like, you don't have no children here. I can't pick up my kids. Do you see how many hoax they done did? Have you seen how many motherfucking, it's quiet. They've been shooting up schools. Do y'all not know that? What's happening to these children? There's been hoaxes and real shootings. Why don't you know that? Why don't you know that that's happening? Why don't you know? You are going to go out about your fucking children. You are. And you're never going to see them still. If you sign them up for school, you have fucked up. I told you don't do it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you are going to die for yours. You're not going to have a choice. That is the reality. And what are they going to be doing to your children while you the fuck are dead? You're supposed to be protecting them. I told you that. I told you to teach them how to shoot. I told you to teach them how to use weapons. I told you. What are you talking about? They are going to kill you about your children. Those are your children. They're going to kill you about them. Because they want them. They want them. This is all I can tell you. On here. I'm probably the fuck block after this. This is the shit I didn't want to tell you. A lot of people come to me for these readings, bro, and I have to say, if we're still here. They be like, I know that's right. No, you don't. You don't know. The death toll rises. We are in the 5th dimension. The shit that you think it looks like, it don't look like that. Everything is different. We're in the new world order. People keep saying it's coming. No, it came 4 years ago. Let me tell you when the new world order started. It was the sign when they killed Michael Brown. And it was implemented when they killed Kobe. We've been in the new world order for a minute. Just so you know. The next lockdown is coming. That is when they're going to enter your houses. I seriously want to just go lock myself in somewhere. Seriously, I do. There is no law. There is no law. They're changing the law, my love. They've done it already. So when they release these criminals and the pedophiles, all of them love children and love to fuck them and eat them. This is not a game. I want you to imagine what they're going to do to your children when they kill you and step over your body, because they're going to. This is not a fucking joke, bro. What are they going to do to your babies, bro? They've been telling you in your face. And everybody's like, that's fucked up. They had to desensitize you. They had to tell you it's universal law. And now what? They're doing their job. We're still over here talking about some domino. Girl, I got to get up for work. Nobody is training. I've been saying this since 2019. You set up when you get ready. That's when you set up, when you are ready. Again, the scary shit is the motherfuckers that look like us that can't be trusted. There's plenty of them. And they just want to wait for Jesus. And they took the jobs and can't be trusted. You know how many people on here pretend? Do you know how many people on here pretend? I do. Why do you think I've gone through the shit I've gone through in the last 3 years? They needed y'all to see every motherfucking traitor that will be sleep in your house, eat your food, fuck you, and will kill you. They needed the world to see it. I am done martyring myself for the sake of humanity, and they're not paying attention. But that's all I came to tell you. You heard it from the genomes, and you heard it from me. The death toll will rise. They're releasing criminals, the hardest of the hard ones. They've taken away the laws. You can't even call them. I sent it to the group. Let me play that, please.
Which one? Which group?
What the Let's Have the Conversation group.
The following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost
Wait.
drive to Alaska.
Did you hear what they said? I just told you the other day. They're going to commit crimes and be the fuck gone. People on the box. They're not going to be on the box no more. They got to be in violation for 48 hours before they do anything. Fuck is you talking about? This is the plan.
Before we can even look for them.
Before they can even look for them, they're gone.
Their constitutional rights. And keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners. Officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses.
He said officers can no longer remove trespassers from your fucking home or your business. Why is that? Why is that? Because they want you dead. Okay.
Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them. and whether that's legal. As of January 1st, 2020.
They are coming. They're releasing them. They have the military. The purge, anarchy is happening. It's happening. Along with the Hunger Games. Do you know if people get hungry, what they'll do? Do you know what they'll do if they get hungry? And they believe that you have food? They will believe that you are food. This is Donald Verner. I've been talking to Donald Verner for like 4 years. He is a guru inside of martial arts. I've been asking for him to help me to get people together to train. People should remember that. That was like in 2019, 2018. I keep saying the shit. I have to do everything. Everything. No, I won't. We're dead. Because I've told you. I hope you got your fucking seeds, bro. Because I don't know what the fuck the world wants from me. I've been telling it. I'm a messenger. I've been saying it. Nobody is listening. Get your seeds and whatever else you feel like you need. I love y'all.